This is Ken Lake with a technical market update on the ags for Friday, October 28th. So at the end of the day here today, the market's collapsed a bit. Not a lot of damage done in the charts, but we're going to take a look at November soybeans first. So we're down 10, 12, 13 here at the end of the day. Notice the short-term trend is still tracking a little higher. The overhead resistance becomes this 1018 mark. We've turned ourselves around from the 1018 level. The 100-day moving average that we closed above yesterday, we actually closed below today at 1001. The moving average at 1010. So, but not a lot of damage here. Notice my short-term moving averages, the 10 and 20-day moving averages, have closed or turned over to a more bullish area here. A little bit of a sell signal coming in stochastics today, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Tuesday, Wednesday sort of weaker market. And then, we're leading into the November crop report here in about 10 days. So it could be some bearishness around that, but nevertheless, not a lot of damage done here. Overhead resistance at this 1018, but support, short-term support's going to be 981, and of course longer term the contract low of 938. In December corn, we've talked in the past week about the tracking of the 100-day moving average here, 353. Even though we were down 3 at the end of the day, we still have a firm close above that moving average. A little bit of a sell signal starting to show up here in stochastics. The market is overbought, could correct lower. And we've got 3 closes here, or at least 3 attempts at this 359 area. So there's some talk in the trade about 359 being overhead resistance, but nevertheless, I follow the moving averages and some of the trends more than I do just these tops and bottoms. So we're going to submit that supports in this area, and this market's probably due for a correction, but mostly sideways. I want to talk a little bit tonight about December wheat, and we see that a lot of compression here in this area. Expand my chart a bit here. So some compression around this 408, consolidation I should say, around 408. Still believe that 385 in the December wheat is going to be the floor. Stochastics are actually selling off a little bit, so we may see this thing sell off. But as we see, as it becomes clear as to how many wheat acres are going to be put in the ground, at this point it's clear that the acres will be down, so long-term support should remain here. And so we will see a higher market later in this wheat. I'll be switching to the March contract within a few weeks, and we'll talk a little bit about carry and what you could expect from there. Also, back to November soybeans. This will be the last day I talk about November beans. We'll be switching to the January contract, about 10-cent carry there. So the numbers will just improve by 10 cents as we add that carry.